Hi, welcome to another video. I have another book haul. I don't know what happened. I'm lying. I do know what happened. July, I was out of control. I blame it on my stress. It's not my fault. It was my stress. And when I'm stressed, just like many of us, I need to dive into a good book. And of course I can't go to my books that I own. Like that's silly. Anyway, I want to share with you what I collected along with my Bath and Body Works bag of goodies. Okay, so I am going to share my book boxes first and then the stuff I picked up from Barnes and Noble. A book of the month for August, I only picked up one and I skipped July, so I'm proud of that. And I didn't even open it yet because I was waiting to do this video. Da, 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 da. So I picked up Immortal Consequences with their beautiful decorated edges. This wasn't originally on my radar. I saw Princess Des and she was talking about this book. So I don't know much about it, but it looks like has an academy and there's some afterlife. I see the word gates, like the gates of the afterlife potentially, or the gates of the academy. Magical elite. So it sounds amazing. I want to say it has to do with vampires, but I could totally be wrong. So this is the horror book box, and I think I got it July. I'm pretty sure it was July. It might have been earlier this month. This month though. Okay, so we got the Library of Hellebore by Cassandra Caw, and I like Owl Crate's horror selection for their quarterly book boxes. But I want to say I'm not really a fan of this shade of like salmon for this horror book. I was a little bit like, oh, wasn't really what I was expecting. I'm excited. I think it is really pretty. Like the inside is freaking amazing. And the actual cover is beautiful. I don't know. This salmon color threw me off kind of a lot. So, oh well. So the next one is also from Owl Crate, and it is the Romantasy book selection. And let's see here. And for that, we have A Forbidden Alchemy. And I really love this copy. Yeah, that's very pretty. And then for, I think it's May. No, July. July's Owl Crate book selection. I did skip August. Um, and I know it was a popular book, but I have to start skipping. I am going a little bit crazy, and I felt bad for how many books I brought in July. So I actually skipped Owl Crate's sub box for August and Illuma Crate's box, and I skipped September's for both of them as well because I saw the next several for the rest of the year, and I have to have those. Um, so I'm just trying to pace myself because as much as I'd like to be, I don't have an endless supply of funds. unfortunately. Okay, so July's Owl Crate selection is Never the Rose. And I do think it is very, very pretty. I I really am impressed with how Owl Crate has evolved throughout the years. I am obsessed with this. Yes, very beautiful. And oh, let's open it together. I am also obsessed with this edition of The Irresistible Urge to Fall for Your Enemies. I think this is the prettiest copy out there. You can argue with me if you want in the comments below, but this is so, so pretty. Like, I didn't know what to expect, but I am very, very happy that I was able to pick up this copy. And I am a sucker for like see-through desk jackets. Oh my god, it is gorgeous. So I'm pleased to put this on my shelf. Hopefully I like the book. I don't know. We'll see. And then in July, I picked up Aardvark, the Aardvark book box subscription as well. But I picked 3 in the month of July. So I got Salt Bones. So Salt Bones is a story about our main character Elena, and she is trying to figure out why these girls are going missing, and her sister actually went missing. And then I believe she starts having dreams about a woman, a horse-headed woman. So it sounds awesome. I love this cover. I think it's very pretty. I love the oranges. I also picked up A Witch's Guide to Magical Innkeeping. I love it. It's so pretty. I figured I would also try The Devils. I've never read from this author before, but I've seen a ton of people love his other series, and this seemed like it would be very interesting. So, okay. So from Barnes and Nobles, I picked up Rose in Chains by Julie Soto. I believe that Rose in Chains is an enemies to lovers story that from a kind of a spring off from a popular series back in the day. So hopefully I enjoy it because I think it is really pretty. And then I also got The Bewitching by Sylvia Moreno Garcia. I buy basically everything she puts out. I love her writing style. And she just puts out stories that are just, there's such a variety. But I'm a sucker for a witch story. And I believe this one follows different generations or a family throughout generations. So, yeah, had to pick it up. The next book I picked up was Arcana Academy. I believe our main character is going to prison for creating tarot cards, which is their magic system. But then some stuff happens and she's taken out of prison, put into this school for magic users, and then made to marry somebody. Honestly, I don't know, but I love tarot and I really like Elise Kova. So this copy is really pretty. So I was like, yeah, I have to have it. I actually, that one is one I really tried to not buy because I was like, just because you want it doesn't mean you need it, but I have no self control. So what do you do? Also, I picked up Terror at the Gates by Scarlett St. Clair. I've read several of her other stories, and and I really love her writing style as well. This is Lilith, and I believe she never listened to me. Like when it comes to like the synopses, I barely like skim the synopses. But I believe she's selling like magical artifacts, and she finds something that when she gives it away or sells it, the person starts that they die. So that sounds interesting, but also I will just buy it because it's Scarlett St. Clair. I also picked up Stephen Graham Jones has like this double story rebinding called Killer on the Road. And I just think this is so clever. And The Babysitter Lives. And I also love Stephen Graham Jones and his type of horror. But this story, like the way that it's bound, is just like it like itches my brain in a special kind of way that I'm just like, I have to have this copy on my shelf. So even if I had never read Stephen Graham Jones, I probably would have picked it up anyway. And then I'm really proud to say that the next two I have actually read. I picked up Love is a War Song, and I really enjoyed this story. I don't read a ton of contemporary romance, but I did really enjoy this, and I loved reading The Truth According to Ember, which was this author's debut story last year. And so I wanted to pick up this one and support the author, and I enjoyed it. I thought it was a lot of fun. And then I also picked up Psycho Shifter, and I actually not only read this one, but I binged the first series. And I had a great time reading the first three. I didn't read the spinoff yet, but I plan to. Um, but yeah, this was a lot of fun. And then I picked up Alchemy and a Cup of Tea. This is the fourth book in a series, and I think this is the last one. And these are just like a warm hug where the couple, they are already in love at the beginning of the story. They've overcome a lot of challenges, and they decide that despite all the odds, they're going to leave all of their responsibilities and start a life of their own. And you kind of see the consequences of that decision in the very first book. And they're just so much fun. And I know a lot of people don't like sprayed edges, but I'm such a sucker for sprayed edges, especially on paperback books. I love them. And then the final book I picked up in physical form is Accomplice to the Villains. I have the other two. This is again another one that I tried to not pick up right away. I was like, I can wait, but I have the other two. And so I'm like, if I wait and then I'll miss out on the sprayed edges, I will have mismatched series. So I can't have that. So I had to pick it up. I'm excited. This is another fun story where this girl finds this villain in the woods, and everybody knows he's a villain. They're kind of scared of him. She's not afraid of him. She just like kind of smart mouths him, or is just like in her own little world, and she ends up working for him. And there is a romance, but it's not like romance heavy. It's more like just fun and just fun. Okay, if you waited this long, thank you so much for your attention. I now want to share with you my Bath and Body Works haul. So they had a sale for the Halloween stuff, as well as like the hand soap was $2.95 or something like that. And I've been wanting to get stuff from there, but I try not to. You can only have, well, I can only have so many vices, and my vices are books. But when I saw the sale, I was just like, let's just go. Anyway. So I got Vampire Blood hand soap. So we got a scent for Halloween and a scent for fall. So this one is pumpkin pecan waffles, sunshine and lemons. I love citrus smells. And ice cream heat. Oh my god, ice cream float. And let's see, I thought we had another spray. My little daughter has been interested in getting fragrances, so we got her just like a small body spray of strawberry pound cake. So she'll be excited to put that on. Hopefully it's not like overpowering. And then for our bathroom, we also got bathroom oils. And for my bathroom, we got this cute little frog. And for the main bathroom, we have this cute black cat. And I was like, oh, I need fall ones too. But I'm like, girl, you need to calm down. And then for the oil scents, we picked up ice cream float in vampire blood, wicked vanilla woods. See, the Halloween stuff was like 50% off. So most of this is the Halloween stuff. Football season, not Halloween, but it did smell really good. And pumpkin apple. And I also picked this little canister thingy up, this little soap holder. So it's really cute. So that is everything I hauled in July and in August. I do have some pre-orders coming at the end of the month, but that'll have to go into my next book haul. So thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.